Hello and welcome to Lunchtime Politics on Channels Television. I'm Millicent Walker. On the news this hour, the Federal High Court has adjourned the hearing of the substantive suit filed by the APC and the Bauchi state government to 2 p.m. tomorrow. PDP has also appeared in court seeking to be joined in the suit as an interested and affected party. And the People's Democratic Party, PDP, is threatening to get court orders to stop APC inauguration as party leaders are set for a National Executive Committee meeting in Abuja. And Nigeria state with the second largest voting population, Kano, looks ahead to Saturday's supplementary election with a series of issues raised. Welcome everyone to the program. Now from the courtroom we take off today's flight on Lunchtime Bulletin with the top political stories. Now after yesterday's dramatic twist, the Bauchi hanging election is back in court and the Federal High Court has adjourned the hearing of the substantive suit filed by the APC and the Bauchi state government to 2 p.m. tomorrow, Thursday the 21st of March 2019. Now this followed the appeal by the counsel to the APC that he had just been served with a counter-affidavit and notice of preliminary objection by INEC and that he will need time to respond. The trial judge also says he did not grant an ex parte order. He adds that the substantive matter shall be taken alongside the preliminary objection raised by INEC. Meanwhile, the PDP has also appeared in court seeking to be joined in the suit as an interested and affected party. Our correspondent Amaka Okafor covering the proceedings at the court joins us from the premises of the Federal High Court in Abuja. Amaka, what more can you tell us?
Thank you, Millicent. Even though Justice Ian Eko adjourned to today to hear the substantive suit, the matter could not go on. In fact, the sitting lasted less than 15 minutes because the counsel to the APC and the governor of Bauchi State, Mr. Ahmed Raji, informed the court that he had just been served with a preliminary objection and a counter affidavit by the Independent National Electoral Commission, and he will need a short adjournment to be able to respond to those addresses. The trial judge, Justice Ian Eko, agreed with him and adjourned the case to 2 p.m. tomorrow to hear the substantive suit alongside the preliminary objection. The Bauchi State Governor and the All Progressive Congress had approached the court to ask it to stop the collation and announcement of the Bauchi State results. According to them, INEC did not reserve the right to reverse itself after it said it will go on with the supplementary elections on March 23rd. Meanwhile, the People's Democratic Party attempted to join today, but they were not given audience by the court, who said they were not properly before it. But they told journalists after the sitting that they will do the needful to be joined because they are an interested party and also an affected party.
Our correspondent covering the Federal High Court there in Abuja, Amaka Okafor. Well, the People's Democratic Party, PDP, they have petitioned the National Judicial Council over the order restraining the electoral body from going ahead with the collation and announcement of results of the governorship election from Tafawa Balewa local government area in Bauchi State. The party says that in granting an ex parte order stopping INEC from concluding the governorship election in the state, Justice Ekwo Enyang violated Section 87, subsection 11 of the Electoral Act, which states that no court has the power or jurisdiction to stop any election pending the determination of a suit. In an affidavit sworn by the PDP's national chairman, Prince Uche Secondus in Abuja, the party notes that issues of collation of results and declaration of the winner is a post-election event and therefore falls under the Electoral Act and constitutional provisions for the Election Petition Tribunal. The main opposition party appears resolute in some of its decisions, from its grievances in the outcome of the presidential election to the state of things in the supplementary elections. Well, the party leaders will be meeting today in Abuja at the party's office. Now, the PDP, they've called for a National Executive Committee meeting, which consists of some party national leaders, elected and former elected officials, members of the Board of Trustees, and some regional leaders. But let's get an understanding of what's going on at the Wadata House, and this is at the party's head office in Abuja. We have Kayla Megwa there for us. Kayla, what can you tell us is happening? And what about the emergency meeting?
Hi, Millicent. Okay, so we're at the Wadata House here in Abuja, and the National Executive Committee of the People's Democratic Party are supposed to have a meeting. The meeting has been postponed, by the way, till 3 p.m. And the meeting today, no actual agenda has been given to the press yet, but we've been asking around to find out exactly what's been discussed today. And three things basically will be on the agenda: the future of the party, of course, the case in court, and the supplementary elections to come up in the next few days. So those are some of the things that we're expecting to hear today at this NEC meeting. It was an emergency meeting called at the last minute. I hear a lot of the members of the NWC are still in Port Harcourt, and a lot of them will be coming in for that meeting today. But it's a meeting that is expected to last for a few hours, really, because a lot of things that are germane towards the progress of the party will be discussed at this particular meeting. So we're going to be here on ground till about 3 p.m. to see exactly who comes in, what the actual conversations will be. Pertinent to note, though, just in case you've been going on social media, there have been many stories online. We can't confirm any of those stories right now, but we do guarantee that we'll be here to find out exactly what is being discussed and what the future of the party will be going forward. But three major things to be on the agenda today: the future of the party, the case, the presidential candidate Atiku Abubakar's case in court, and of course the supplementary elections coming up, and of course a lot of other cases in court. The Bauchi situation is going to be discussed, Kano's situation is going to be discussed as well. So those are some of the things that we're actually clear on, but some of the other things that you're seeing on social, we don't have any clarification on yet. But the meeting is scheduled for 3 p.m. and rescheduled rather for 3 p.m. and we'll be here to give you the details when that happens, Millicent.
All right, many thanks, Kayla Megwa, covering the latest there. The PDP NEC meeting holding later today in Abuja. Well, following the conduct of the general elections, the Inter-Party Advisory Council, IPAC, in Delta State, they have described the 2019 elections in the state as free and fair. They're urging all parties to support Governor Ifeanyi Okowa to develop the state. IPAC, at a press briefing in Asaba, told journalists that it would set up a committee to reconcile aggrieved persons who participated in the elections for the sake of peace, as well as reducing litigation that may arise from the outcome of the polls.
IPAC Delta State Chapter is aware that there are some aggrieved persons still smarting from the outcome of the elections. To this group, we appeal that they should allow peace to reign. IPAC Delta State Chapter would constitute a reconstructory committee to look into the grievances arising from the governorship and other elections with a view to reducing litigations to the barest minimum. We must now strive to heal all wounds and work assiduously for the peace, progress, and development of the state.
Well, elsewhere, the Nigerian army says it has carried out its duties in Taraba State without sentiments of favoritism during the electioneering period, but in line with its constitutional mandate and sincerity of purpose. The army stated this while handing over 44 suspects to the Taraba State Police Command, some of whom are alleged to have participated in electoral violence in Jalingo, the state capital. The police also paraded 16 suspects in connection with various criminal activities in the state.
The Nigerian Army, in collaboration with other sister security agencies, operated within Taraba State. And in the course of our operation, which you are all aware, there was crisis that broke out prior to the announcement of the results. We have gone around all the flashpoints, not in isolation, but in collaboration and in conjunction with other security agencies. And the suspects seated behind me are those that we intercepted during the course of our operation. They were also intercepted with dangerous and offensive equipment.
Well, the Minister of Niger Delta Affairs, Pastor Usani, he has been speaking on the allegations of anti-party activities leveled against him by the National Vice Chairman, South of the party, Mr. Nchumfam Etta. While addressing a news conference in Abuja, Pastor Usani denies being suspended by the party in Cross River State, just as he lamented over what he described as deliberate falsehood against him in order to tarnish his image. Now, the minister blames handlers of the party for the electoral misfortune of the party suffered in Cross River State and some other states, as he insists that were it not for the image of President Buhari, the All Progressives Congress would have since been disintegrated. Well, in other stories, we hear that hundreds of members of civil society organizations, including student unions of various higher institutions, stormed the Kano government house in a peaceful protest ahead of Saturday's governorship supplementary election. Now, the group submitted a letter to Governor Ganduje demanding for a peaceful election, after which Governor Ganduje assured them that there will be no cause for alarm. Our correspondent Idris Jibrin reports that the youth believe that the relationship between the people is the basis of every successful democracy.
Youth from various civil society organizations arrive in Kano Government House to submit a letter of peace to Governor Abdullahi Ganduje. Their message is simple: peaceful conduct of Saturday's governorship rerun election.
They should refuse to give a sadistic joy to those politicians who believe that their political stars could only be polished with the blood of the innocent.
The Kano people is our people. We are here, we are living here, we are struggling, we are up and down to earn our living here. So we need justice and peace in Kano.
Releasing pigeons to signify peace, Governor Abdullahi Ganduje, who assured the youth that as the Chief Security Officer of the state, he has made adequate arrangements in collaboration with all security agencies to ensure peaceful election come Saturday.
I'm not speaking as a candidate for a great party. I am speaking as the Chief Security Officer of Kano State. I am speaking as the Governor of Kano State. As the Governor of Kano State, I have done all what I could do to ensure that Kano State is the most peaceful state in Nigeria.
After receiving the letter, Mr. Ganduje further called on the people of Kano State to remain calm and law-abiding. He asked the people of the state to allow INEC and other relevant authorities to discharge their duties without any interference.
We have to talk, we have to deliver our speeches in a very, very decent manner. We have to talk in a way that will keep Kano State one. We do not divide the people of Kano State.
On Saturday, 23rd March 2019, the people of Kano State in 21 local governments will head to the polls again for a rerun election that will determine the state governor for the next 4 years to come. From Kano, Idris Jibrin reporting for Channels Television News.
Still to come on Lunchtime Politics, our eyes are on Kano State, where supplementary elections will hold this Saturday. We'll get you more information on that. Please join us again.